Good morning. Happy, today's Wednesday. Hump day. Mike. So, last NLP thing that I'll talk about. So let's say that you've had something in your past, you've done the erasure technique, you've done all of these different things, and you feel better about it, but it still pops up. It still pops up, and it's something that comes back to you, and you can't quite seem to get past it. It still runs into your head. You still think about it. You think it still manages your thoughts and your actions a little bit. So usually that means one of a couple of things. Usually that means there's a lesson there for you that you haven't quite taken, or it can mean that, you made this part of your story and it continues to be your story, or it could continue to be part of your identity and you need to shift and develop a new identity. Remember that thoughts equal actions, actions equal habits, habits equal characters, and characters equal identities. So sometimes you got to go through that process and create a new identity, but you can also create a new identity just by simply making a decision and saying, this is now who the new me is going to be. But a cool little NLP trick in order to get past all of that, if you've got this one thing that's hanging on, is to imagine that the thing, the event, the thought, whatever it is, put it in the palm of your hand and imagine it as a character or a person or whatever. What does your other than conscious mind tell you that it is? Is it an animated character? Is it somebody you know? Is it some character that you don't know? What does it look like? What color is it? What does it sound like? And talk to it for a minute and ask it the question, what is the lesson that I need to learn for this to totally be done in my life? And then you've got to put yourself in the right state. You've got to be in your heart space. You got to do all that stuff. But if you do, and you ask that question intently, it'll give you the answer. What is it? And trust the first answer. The first answer is always the right answer. Trust your other than conscious mind and just ask, what is it that I need to learn for this to get past? What is it that I still haven't learned in order to get past this? And it'll tell you. And then the conversation should be, thank you for that lesson. I will keep the lesson. Whatever the lessons are that you need from that event, don't walk away from those. You're going to keep those lessons. So you can say, you can tell this character, this thing, whatever it is, but which, by the way, whatever you see will tell you some stuff about your other than conscious mind. So you should pay attention to that. Is it a cartoon character? Is it a character from your past? What color is it? Is it bright? Is it dark? Those things will tell you some stuff. So pay attention to what this character pops up as. But after it tells you whatever the lesson is, tell it thank you. Reassure it that you're going to learn this lesson, that you're going to keep it with you, but you don't need the story anymore in order to get that lesson. And thank it, and then tell it it's time to go away. It's time for it to move on and go give lessons to somebody else. You two are all done. And then watch it walk away, however you need that to happen. Maybe it walks into the cornfield like Field of Dreams. I don't know. But whatever needs to happen, have that happen for you and have that walk away. You'd be amazed at the power of these types of neurolinguistic ideas. First of all, you'll find out what that lesson is. And so that way you can keep that in the forefront. What is it that you needed to know? What is it that you needed to desire, acquire? What knowledge, what distinction did you need to have from that particular situation? And it'll give you that. And that'll be very, very, very helpful for you. Then the next thing is the visualization of that then going away is unbelievably powerful for your other than conscious mind. It will allow you to finally release that particular situation and let it go. So if you got something in the past that you're still hanging on to, and we all do, understand that it isn't the end of the world. There's just something you need to know. So put the little character in your hand and talk to him or her or it or whatever it is, and just ask, what is it that I need to know? Thank them. Thank them for the lesson. Then time for them to go somewhere else. It's a great idea. It really works. Hope it's helpful for everybody. Hope you use it. If you're willing, share some of your experience with these NLP techniques. If not, that's perfectly fine. But a lot of times, we learn from what other people do. So that's a great way to not only share and get it out, but also to help others in terms of what your experience has been. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. We're all in this together. Let's take care of each other.